I'm my own worst enemy sometimes, and it's really annoying when you're like, you can only blame yourself in certain instances, but when it comes to things I want in my life or that matter to me, especially like connection, romance, good experiences, just being a better Jeff per se, I fall short sometimes and I can be really hard on myself. And when I know where that's coming from, which is like this reoccurring theme of self-esteem, I think that's where I tend to stumble and it just gets into a really negative headspace that's hard to get out of because you can be aware of something, but I'm starting to notice like even though I pull awareness into something, the my emotions are just so strong that they either take over and maybe that's an excuse like you think you should control your emotions like don't let it get in the way, but I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I think that's just how I function. And I could change for sure. And I think when it comes to dating, I need to do more in person stuff and be out there instead of on my phone in the world. But I'm fearful. I choose comfort over discomfort. And it's something I'm realizing more and more, and I'm trying to change for the better. Because I feel like if I'm not doing something tangible to change my reality, then I'm just either wasting my time or not even wasting my time, but like you're just gonna get the same output kind of thing. So I use two dating apps right now. It's like Badoo, weird like obscure one, and then Facebook dating, which is free, which is nice. And a lot of people use Facebook, so you meet a lot of people on there. And I've noticed more times than not, I just have chats with like people from like Latin America or other states in the United States. It's very rare if it's ever like Canada or a different country. And I always put my recommended to like age and distance, but it ends up just doing wherever, which is kind of annoying. I really hope Facebook dating hones that in. Could have potential, especially as more people meet online and you just can't ignore that. So it's like it's a nice way to get leads, but I think the most quality ones are probably in person. And I'm no model or anything, but I feel like if I am in front of someone and get like warm up and actually have a good day of confidence, maybe I can get my foot in the door. But that's still a work in progress. And the people you meet on dating apps really can be jarring to some point. Sometimes you'll have a good connection, but they're just too far away. And on one hand, you're like, well, thanks for the internet for us meeting, but it's also tragic because it could have been something, but distance and location change everything. So I think I just need to stop using my phone for things that, like less time on the dating apps, less time on YouTube, consuming content, creating it. I actually like it a lot. Some days I'll get down on myself, and I think that's also a self-esteem thing as well that working on. Sounding like a little of a broken record here, but you get the point. I think that's definitely relatable, especially when you're doing an endeavor which is like making music or making a movie, a short film, any kind of like making art, whatever it is. Like it takes daringness. Is that even a word? Bravery, that's for sure a word, and courage to do something that you fear. And I want to build that skill of being courageous. That's something that is lacking a little bit in my life. And I feel like more times than not, when I did the courageous thing, I've never really regretted it. And we really are like functioning as like the path of least resistance. And we do things that may be a safe, calculated thing, but in the long run aren't doing what's best for you. And I use this crutch of dating apps to stop me from going out or making plans with friends because that takes effort. That's challenging. That's something that it could be painful. What happens if someone says, "Nah, I'm busy. I got plans or whatever." Like, I just don't consider these things, or I do, and I just don't make the effort to make the plans. And I'm fucking sick of it, man. it's it's not it long term. Like, there's gonna be a day when I'm old and I can't move, and then that's my time to sit around and think about life. But don't want to do that in my 20s. Want to travel more. I did travel last year alone and seeing a friend, and then I get caught up in like the money and traveling's such a head case and the unknown and stuff. But then I'm like, but it was fun. It was a beautiful experience, and I feel better for it. And my friend out there that lives in Denmark is watching this. Love you, brother. That trip is probably top 3 in my life. God, Copenhagen was so awesome. And those experiences you want to have, but you have to take bravery. Flying alone, going to the airport, going through security alone. All these things that could cause anxiety for someone that has a very anxious, what's the word I'm looking for? Neurotic mind sometimes. Like, disclosure, I take like a generic for Zoloft. It's 25 milligrams. I think that's like a pretty small dose, but I'm still taking that. That's still part of my regimen. So, you know, going out of your comfort zone will lead to very profound things. And I just want some takeaway here of, like, it's nice to use things in the daily age that can make our lives easier, but you just want to have some thoughtfulness to it and purpose and direction, because each decision you make is ultimately up to you, whether you want to admit it or not. Even if there's outside factors in your environment of, like, okay, like, you know, the government, finance, I don't know, whatever you want to name it, if you break it down into parts, how you react to it is in your control, and the emotions with it. And I think once you realize that, it's quite a profound thing that still kind of blows me away whenever I make time for it. And yeah, I just want to be a better individual, whatever that means. You almost have to come to a point of self-acceptance, and, like, you want to be, like, achieving things, but, like, not for superficial reasons. More like you want to do it for yourself in a way that maybe makes you a better, friend, lover, brother, sister, father, mother, grandfather, whatever it is out there. If you go from a perspective of giving more than taking, which I have been quite selfish in the past with how I spend my time, I realize, even though sometimes people really get on my nerves, there's also some great things about people to appreciate. And kind of shutting yourself out from the world and connection will drive you crazy eventually. I think it's good to always have your me time. Balance is key. I think things always circle back to that. But you never really know what's around the corner. And I think that's a scary yet beautiful thing, especially when you master being present. I want to do that someday. But someday, like, recording this video, I feel very present. I'm only thinking about what I have to say, how I want to express myself, and I'm not thinking about the past or future. Even if I bring, like, facts or something from my past, it's not like I'm dwelling in there after the video's done or thinking about, man, I should have done this or that. Like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And I think philosophy is so fascinating because it could really change how you view things and also help others out there, and not just doing something for yourself, but also, like, for the greater collective of humanity and having that community feeling. I think community is more important now than ever, and we really do need more of it.
especially now with just a lot of hate, online forums, just really terrible ideologies out there, when like hippie moment, but we really need more love out there. And that's not something that I only need to work on. That's something that maybe you need to work on watching this, or someone that you know of. Like, instead of us against the world, we should all see ourselves as almost comrades. I took that from a Japanese book, or written by a Japanese person. It was called like The Courage to Be Disliked, and then there's also The Courage to Be Happy. And I think those two books in tandem, I've learned quite a lot from them, and may go into depth about them in future videos, because they've really resonated with me and kind of what I've talked about today. So that's pretty much it. Thanks. Peace.